under the bright Polokwane skies at the iconic New Peter Mokaba Stadium. It is that time, the COSAFA 2025 Women's Championship, and it is Zambia that are up against Namibia. Well, the roar of the Southern African football reaches a new crescendo as the COSAFA Women's Championship has arrived at this moment of truth. Four nations, one trophy, 90 minutes that will echo far beyond this turf as the two teams that will be doing duty this morning. Zambia, the defending champions, they march in with a quiet steel. Their anthem always sounds like a pledge to honor the past, to seize the present, to protect the crown. The Copper Queens know what it takes to lift this trophy, and every note they sing before the kickoff is like a reminder to the rest of the field, we are not done yet. Namibia, the team that scraped through, the team many thought will fall before the stage. Their anthem that will ring out like a defiant whisper turned into a roar, a promise that even the smallest margins can open the biggest doors. The brave gladiators carry the hopes of a nation that believes in second chances, in late winners, in power.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Namibia.
Engraved in this moment, the brave warriors that are believers of second chance. They are believers of late winners in the power of refusing to give up. They have nothing to lose, and that's what makes them very dangerous in coming into this particular lineup. It is Zambia that bring forward a very, very changed team. That is Mupopo, Piri, Chitundu, Chabwe, Chilenga, Banda, Belemiu, Maluba, Nthala, Mwanza, and Hazel Nali. Just one player that remains in this lineup, in the one that played against Eswatini, that is Ngosa Chabwe. They have a capable bench in Catherine Sonda, Judith Soko, Esther Siam Fuko, as well as Regina Chando, Margaret Gondwe, and Agnes Musena. So we do then look at the team that is taking their respective pictures before the muscle, the hustle and bustle begins. They are respected on the southern regions of Africa. They are the team of the moment that brings a wonderful color to this. Our referees hail from South Africa's Zimbabwe and Botswana, Nonjabula Nontle, Clarice Simango, Kakale Mbiko, Elodie Virginia of Madagascar. The captain is Mupopo, is being given a last-minute wish of good luck. That is of Zambia, and Novisa Mulunga, the captain of Namibia. They are the brave gladiators. That is the Namibian lineup, and this is a team that is expected to do duty. Alwindo, Cooper, Blow, Coleman, Angulo, Amukoto, Katuta Mulunga, Kairiri, Kaijavi, and Melissa Matthews. Let us welcome one and all SABC 3 viewers that are ready to witness this match, and we look at the outfit.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Well, we welcome one and all as you witness the knockout stages of the COSAFA Women's Championship, where anthems become actions, where lyrics become lung-bursting runs, and cries of a region are carried on the boots of 22 brave women that are doing duty. Fasten your seatbelts. From Polokwane, under the beautiful skies, the next chapter in Southern African women's football starts now. It is the business end of what has been a long, long week of bruises and battles, and here we are at the business end. Alongside me is the princess, Miss Rhoda Mulaudzi.
Thank you, Gloria, and let's welcome all the SABC3 viewers as we are about to kickstart the first semi-finals of the COSAFA Championship 2025.
It is the Namibian outfit that gets us underway. They are attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen in the blue uniforms, a bit of red trimmings, and the Copper Queens, their familiar colors are black with a bit of orange, and they are attacking the goals from the right to the left. Belemiu, who has been ever present in the side, is certainly the player that carries the most threat when we're looking at the lineups. Rhoda, what does it inform you? Let's just dissect Zambia in this particular match.
When you look at the lineup, it already shows that Zambia is the team that is looking forward in attacking more. And also when you have the like of Belemu, she's always pushes forward to provide width and stretching. She's gonna stretch the Namibian defense.
Well, definitely Belemu on the right-hand side. Mwanza will do exactly the same on the left-hand side. But you got to also look at that midfield. They're playing with a triangle. Chitundu on the top of that triangle, Chilenga on the left, Banda on the right. They too will look for that quick advantage, and maybe even Piri dropping in, Chabwe dropping in, just to give them the numbers. But here is Namibia, who for the moment has got to contend with a very, very organized, structured side in defense.
Well, what we need to expect from Chitundu, she's a player that she's always looking for those vertical passes. And also with Piri, she's a player that always likes to cut inside.
Talking about Kipiri, here she is on the ball. Endless Piri, full of pace, great technique, creative as well, whipping that ball into the box. And the Gladiators have dealt with it very, very effectively. It is, again, Zambia sending that ball through. That just goes over the bar, but the whistles on the far side just indicating the offside that tells us that story very early in this match that Zambia are intending to attack Rhoda. Beautiful piece of play, and moving away from the defender is Avel Chitutu.
Yeah, the good thing about the Zambian team is they understand each other, and they complement each other. Every time when you see the ball going outside to their wingers, you must expect that cross.
As the player goes down as Edna Piri. Well, when you look across the pathway of COSAFA from youth to senior level, Zambia have usually had the upper hand on Namibia, as Namibia though have never been afraid of a fight, often pushing the Copper Queens harder than the rankings suggest. So today will be no different.
What we're going to see today, it's more of the Namibian team sitting back, sitting deep to defend, and they will be expecting to get the counter-attacked.
Yeah, well, for the moment, it is Hazel Natasha Nali, the goalkeeper in a bright pink uniform of Zambia. She'll be absolutely integral. Here's Zanata Coleman giving chase, but beaten to the ball. In the middle of the park, here's Chitundu yet again, sending Chabwe on a run that was forward determination, eventually winning that ball back for Zambia and waltzing away and waltzing into the touchline. It is a goal kick. Chabwe, who plays for Indeni Roses, looking to never give up as the players are slipping and sliding on this particular pitch, and I'm sure the technical team will quickly have a look at that, try and rectify the boots to get a better grip on a very well nurtured pitch. And it looks like Ngosa Chabwe is the player that is flat on your back. My apologies, it is Susan Banda, the one player who is playing a football outside Zambia. And she plays for Kekemorikoi Bigolda in Turkey. And this is her third appearance in the match, in the tournament. 1 goal to her name.
Yes, and also when you look with the Zambia midfielders, especially with Chitundu, she needs to try and find their target striker.
They do need to find their target striker. Mopopo is that particular player that is been given that responsibility to play as a lone striker, but she also has the ability to drop deep. For the moment, it is Melissa Matthews and her defense that have got a little bit of defending to do and to defuse this moment. Well, a bit of pushing that is in that box. Experience of Juliana Blow is in there, as well as Amukoto, to allow Namibia the opportunity to use these early stages as that ball is whipped in, and a header that is being deflected. There's another slip, and ball sent right back, looking to find Chilenga, who delivers a delightful ball. The pitch a lot bigger than the Sisheko Stadium where this tournament has been, also the old Peter Mukaba Stadium, as that ball just trickles all the way to Melissa Matthews.
Yes, it also allows the Namibian team to stretch out the I mean, the Namibian, to stretch out the Namibian defense. So with the kind of ball the Zambian plays, it's going to allow them going forward without any much of pressure.
Well, the spaces will certainly open up because they use the pitch to great intelligence of Zambia. There's Pelemu with her marauding run on the right-hand side, and a quick touch from Katuta just to stop Zambia in their tracks and allow the defense to get back into position. As you can see, there is about 8 players in the blue shirt in that defensive half. It is Coleman at his left up front, as well as Alwindo. So the throw in, but headed away this time. Kahiriri does well, and Pelemu, who just rides a challenge, will get the throw in for Zambia.
This is what we spoke about Pelemu. She's always looking to go forward, always looking to overlap, to bring the crosses in the box. And also what I love about Chabwe and Piri is that they always provide support and then maintain balance between attack and
Ball
defense.
inside the box, and it had to take a defensive header to get it away, and that will allow Zambia to remain focused, to remain up front with the throw-in. That is from Mwanza, and another opportunity. Mwanza yet again to take that throw-in. Piri makes the run. Chitundu, the intended recipient, plays the 1-2 with the Mwanza. Ball delivered in the box, and offside is the call.
Offside is the call, it is. But Gloria, looking at the Namibian defense, they don't look organized. They are disorganized. I don't know if it's the pressure.
Well, those are the conditions as we see the player slipping and sliding there on the moment as well. Down she goes. And again, we'll probably inspect the field and see whether there was a bit of a watering done before the match, as that ball trickles all the way to Hazel Nali. Juliana Blow gives up that chase. Well, you don't have to guess who's Juliana Blow. She's got a beautiful hairstyle with blue hair. So we just change those things a little. And, you know, in Afrikaans, it's Namibians speak Afrikaans. So you have the Blow hairstyle. That's Juliana Blow.
And then she comes and said, kick.
There's Zambia, who are not afraid to take on any team. And as defending champions, they certainly have to deal with these brave gladiators. Ball goes out. Almost 10 minutes on the clock. And still pretty even. Coach Roda, when it's 10 minutes, what do you tell your players? Opening 10 minutes.
Now, when the score is still like this, relax, let's just maintain the game. And then let's try to find each other. Let's try to combine. Let's try to find those pockets behind the Namibian defense if it's Zambian coach. And then with the Namibian coach, what you tell your players, let's be compact in the middle of the park. Because looking at this Namibian team, there's no way they'll match the Zambian pace. So the best way to do it is just to be compact in the middle of the park.
Well, aren't they bright and beautiful? They have continued to support this tournament, and they are in the orange. You don't have to ask them which team do they support. Those are Zambian supporters. Those are Zambian supporters.
Of course.
And they are and have made the right choice to choose and defend the champions of, or support the champions, the defending champions in this tournament. To foul, and Memory Ntala, who is quick to respond. Have a look at this. Alwindo going straight into the player. And eventually Zambia gets us going forward. Maluba, Blessing looking for Endless Piri. Well, this is a team really who was not given a chance. I think when Group C was being the last game of Group C was being played, everybody was so anxious And that's how tight it was, ending up with Namibia, Mozambique, and Madagascar with 3 points. And the difference that allowed the Namibian side into the knockout stages is a goal difference. So that's why when you get a team where you can score goals, score plenty, because that makes a huge difference. Namibia come in with 1 win, 1 loss, 2 goals for, 1 against. That's 3 points. Mozambique similarly had 2 games played. They won 1, they lost 1. They also scored 2 goals, but they had 2 against them. Inside the box, you got to look at that brave defending that Namibia are dishing out, and it is Kaijavi. In actual fact, 3 changes that were made by coach Leslie Kakuva. It's Juliana Blow, Tweli Konjele Amukoto, as well as Unonjamo Kaijavi. 3 on the right-hand side. There's no Hukwa, there's no Libang, and also Ruchando. Those are the 3 changes that were made by the coach, and we can see the braveness of Kaijavi in that moment, just making sure she stands in a position, doesn't give too much of space and time, and she pounces.
Yeah, and also looking at the Namibian midfielders, I think Coleman, she needed someone like Millicent who's gonna complement her, because it feels like that's where they're lacking, because each and every ball they get in the middle of the park, they're just losing it.
Well, here's Endless Piri, who tried to take on Tweli Konjele Amukoto and stopped in tracks. The referee giving the free kick. In actual fact, it's Coleman who then gave up, and the 2 number 7s against each other. The 2 number 7s against each other. So ball goes straight into the goalkeeper, and a good hand deflects it for a corner. Fantastic piece of goalkeeping there from the mighty Gunners goalkeeper Melissa Matthews. Ball dipped quick, but she watched it right up until the end, and a quick deflection that just got enough to it to tip it over the bar. Goalkeepers are going to be very crucial in today's encounter. If your goalkeeper keeps a goal intact, we've got a game in our hands.
Yes, that was a very important touch from Matthews.
It's a corner, the second one for Zambia. It's Sylvia Mwanza of Elite Ladies. She's making a 4th appearance and playing before this match. Had played 216 minutes. Ball in the box. 2 hands from Matthews. That ball falls just in front of the defense, and another turnover ball. Here's Zambia. Chitundu had straight in an offside position, but wasn't that a good strike? Wasn't that a good strike? Ball delivered, keeper makes a save. 2-fisted save that pushed it furthest away, and getting down very, very quickly to the right-hand side and getting another touch to it. Chanda was the culprit in that moment earlier. She does pack a good right foot, the player that plays a football in Turkey. For the moment, Zambia are looking for those combinations in that defense, sharing it across the goal. It's being carried by Belemu, diagonal ball to find Endless Piri, and a free kick for Zambia. Could this be the moment? Could this be the time? With 15 minutes on the clock, and a foul there by Lovisa Mulunga, the 31-year-old, but she has to be given credit, had to stop Mupopo, and the referee still giving her a bit of a lecture to say, be careful, let's not be overzealous. 4 fouls by Namibia. That tells you that they are the defending side. As Endless Piri prepares herself, referee very, very clear. Can you play according to the whistle? And here's Matthews organizing a defense. Well, I won't ask you, Rhoda, how many she should put there. I'll leave you to the midfield and to the defense, and maybe better still to the attack. Well, guys, you would remember, if you know Rhoda Mulaudzi, diminutive, cutting in from the right-hand side, taking players on, and boy, oh boy, at 1.4 meters, that's how tall she is. That strike that came out of that foot was enough to push the keeper right through the net on the other side. Let's watch what Endless Piri does, the 23-year-old. And that is a delight, but doesn't get it quick to dip, but it will be encouraging. Oh, she's businesslike.
It was a well-taken free kick.
Yes.
The technique that was used.
It's like mine. Say it. Say it. It's like mine. I told her how.
Yeah, you told her how.
17 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was a well-taken free kick. The technique that she used, and also she just had to bend a little bit. You know?
Just tip forward, backwards a little to scoop that. But here's a throw-in by Sylvia Mwanza, looking for the return ball. I simply am enjoying Kaijavi's defensive elements, making sure that not under my watch, not today. We said this is a team that cannot be written off. Yes, they're given a second chance, but that's just exactly what you will need at times. Here's an opportunity for Belemu at Katuta, and Dapewa says, let it go out. Ball whipped in, and you also got to look at the manner in which they are denying those crosses. They're defending the corners as well. That is today a definitely different outfit from Namibia.
Yes, it is. And also they surprised a lot of people with them being in the semi-finals. And so far so good, but also the question is, for how long?
Yeah, how long can you defend? As you can see that Zambia are looking to boss this game around. They look like when they come into the final third, they're in complete control. However, the decisions at this moment are letting them down a little. Yes, Kairiri, and she too goes down. All I can tell them when they go to the break, especially if you're the pressing side, keep pressing, because something might come out of that slip or slide, and it could be your day, because luck plays an important part to this particular game. Alwindo showing some lovely feet. Here's Coleman, delight. Here's an opportunity for the Namibian, but offside. And disappointment, because it is not often that they in this half of the field.
As you were saying, Gloria, talking about luck, just get that one ball behind the Zambian defense.
Almost like this one.
Yes.
Yeah. So, living rather dangerously is the Zambians defensively. 5 offsides, 3 for Namibia, 3 for Zambia, 2 for Namibia. You are really seeing a Zambian side that is opened up the field. Players are hogging the line. You get to find Mwanza with acres of space on the one side. When you look on the other side, Chabwe also opening up, which then makes it very, very taxing on the legs and on the players, because your energy levels have got to improve. You've got to be fit.
Yeah, but also, you also need to change slightly a game change. Because now you can see the Namibian already, they know Zambian, when they have the ball, they'll stretch it wide. But if you can try to just play in it between the defenders, try to find those pockets from the Namibian defense.
20 minutes, 0-0 the scoreline. Mwanza on the ball, and given another opportunity is the defense. It looks like Kaijavi first to the ball, picking up that second ball is Namibia. Lavisa goes to a goalkeeper. That is Matthews. Matthews looks for Katuta, taking this game up front, and a little bit of a nibble a bit of naughtiness there from Chitundo, or is it Mupopo, just wanting to stop Katuta there, and nibbling on the ankles and allowing a bit of a stop in the game for them to take a bit of a breather. There's a couple of players holding their hips and some are gasping for some air. But it is a beautiful day nevertheless. Lovely skies out here in Limpopo, specifically at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. Stadium is one of the World Cup stadiums that were built for the 2010. Here's a chance for Namibia. Inside the box, ball delivered. And it had to take Ntala to get that ball to deflect. And they're calling for a corner, but the referee insists that it's a goal kick. So Memory Ntala, who is one of 4 players playing for Green Buffaloes, has stolen the opportunity to be one of those players in the starting lineup for coach Charles Halubwano. Kaijavi, she's really had a good day at the office thus far in that left back position. Kaijavi. Ball in the air, intercepted by Zambia. Amukota tidies up. And a free kick is given. It's another free kick for a foul, this time on Ngosa Chabwe. And Chabwe doesn't look too happy at all with that challenge. Looks like she had other plans. She wanted to get on with the business. But such is the game. You've got to really frustrate the opponent, see if the fuse will burn. The 2 players in the wall for the moment. Banda is in the mix, so is Mwanza, who will take this free kick. Banda seems to be the likely player. Over the top, and doesn't result in what they were looking for, but they do get a corner.
Yeah, I thought she should go direct. She should go for a goal. I was not expecting this goal. Already you can see the Namibian defense, they've closed the space behind. So in a free kick like that, it's either you throw them inside for you to get the space behind the defense.
Well, they'll get it right for the moment. Chilenga to take the corner. Peeling away from the defense. Here's an opportunity for Belemu to whip it back in. Mopopo gets a touch, but it is hacked away. And it looks like Mulunga got that last touch. The referee allowing the players to get a cooling break and hydrate. And this is also very important for the players to just stay hydrated after 24, 25 minutes. It's been what you expected?
Not really. I was expecting Zambia to be leading at this moment.
Well, here are the Zambian attempts early on. Susan Banda asking questions of the goalkeeper, and she quickly responded and said, I had that covered. Then it was the turn of Sylvia Mwanza also getting into it and say, let me try from the rest. A follow through by Chilenga. Beautiful reflexes that deflected the ball to the right-hand side. Next was Endless Piri. Her shot not dipping quick enough, but all of them written that they are looking for that goal. With 26 degrees, the coach there, Leslie Kakuva, just pleading with his players to keep it as is. If they go into the break 0-0, Rhoda, this could be anyone's match.
It's an open game.
Absolutely.
And also, Gloria, looking at Mupopo, it's just a matter of, is she doing enough to create space, especially up front, for the midfielder to manage to find her? Because it seems like she needs to decide.
Well, this is what Namibians are made of the fight, the grit, the resilience. Zambia, who are those kind of players that show effort and character, leaving everything on the field, playing with their hearts, on the sleeves. But Amukoto gets that ball away, but it's bouncing inside the box, and here's an opportunity, a miss. It happens to the best of the best, Chabwe, don't worry. Even to Rhoda and to Pinky too. They missed those balls at some point in their careers. Good ball out from Kabange Mupopo, out to Endless Piri, who's been pushed to the right-hand side, switching with Chabwe, trying a luck, forced out. But that indicates the frustration that is creeping in.
Yes, now they're with Piri going out, playing on the right. It's just a matter of expecting crosses rather than her coming inside and try to bring in the in-swing ball.
But let's be fair, Kaijavi is giving her a hard time on this side. So she says, let me go try Katuta on the other side. Well, as you've got to be a player that is thinking on their feet most of the time, as this corner is expected to be played short. And yes, Endless with the delivery. Keepers in a good space. Belemu lays it back. Tame effort from Maluba. Matthews is on point. Matthews is ensuring that there is no easy passage. Two players go down, but it is Chilenga that finds Piri, cutting into the middle. Chilenga and Piri. Chilenga dispossessed for the moment. It is Amukoto. Amukoto looking for the hard running. Coleman. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's have a look at where the run happened. Where was the ball at the time of her delivery? This is where the ball is. Look at where she is, onside. And that's when they released her. She was still in an onside position. I disagree, and that is a moment that could have made a difference to the Gladiators. Keeper. Hazel. Maluba. Piri. Turning to the wrong side. Eventually that ball, the last touch comes off Piri, Amukoto. Endless Piri can play 90 minutes with a tuck in. How often do you get to see players playing with a tuck in? On the field, I think she's the only one. And you'll get to see what I mean when I say she plays with the tuck in. I know, this is proper. This is proper. As long as the pants is not down there by the ankles, I'm quite happy. Yes, Zambia Mupopo. Good turn. Looking for a run to the left, trying to get us through the defense. But it is Amukoto. Here's Piri on the right, trying to cut in, showing some good feet. Mupopo closed down. Mupopo's closed down.
Well defending there by Namibia.
Yeah.
And also, I think with Mupopo, yes, she's coming there to receive the balls from the midfielder, but we need her inside.
Now that's precision neat. Expensive delight. Neat. Aha! She's hearing me. She even fixes up the shots. Yeah, what? Endless Mupopo.
It says a lot about Piri. Very disciplined player.
Very much
She
so.
reminds me of Peter Shalulile.
Peter Shalulile's one. That one there is a small shot that goes all the way to the navel. No, maybe she's from Namibia. Endless Piri.
No, she knew today she's playing against Namibia, so she wanted Peter Shalulile to
see her.
Yes.
30 minutes. 0-0. And referee Nonjabulo is just going to have a drop ball that will allow Belemu to bring in Maluba, the 19-year-old. So still no scores. Memory in Tala. Mupopo has come deep, Remember, Mopopo is the outright striker. And when she's coming deep to collect the balls, what's going to happen up front? Ball goes out. Belemu. Piri was looking to return the ball. Namibia's defense, they've got the numbers getting behind the ball. Here's Zambia yet again. Endless Piri brings in Maluba. Maluba and Belemu seem to be absolutely businesslike, but you got to really look at the structure of Namibians. Belemu giving chase, still has the opportunity to whip it in, but that ball just goes over the bar at the delight of Namibia.
Well-structured defense. They are defending as a team. They are complementing one another. The only thing that they need is the support from their defensive midfielders.
Well, that is where the Zambians are dominating. The bounce of the ball is one to worry about, as Ngosa Chabwe had given chase and followed it right up to the letter. Yes, Coleman. Can she make them pay? Picks her head up, looks to tear down Lantala, and down she goes, and the free kick is given to Zambia. Namibia are refusing to lie down. They are refusing to lie down. They're just a team that is not giving up on anything, despite the dominance of Zambia. Team that has been to the World Cup, a team that has really almost dominated in recent times, taken the power away from South Africa. Endless Piri going down. She seems to be in pain. Endless Piri. He plays for Zesco Ndola Girls. When she comes onto the field, as Coach Charles Halubone, when she comes onto the field, you must know it means Fakukes. Put the accelerator on. That's how much pace she has. She plays the game on a high tempo, and everyone around her is activated.
She's a very skillful player, good vision, creativity, acceleration. So every time when you are playing on a side as a defender, you need to make sure you are always on your toes.
Absolutely, and I think with her pushing you on your toes and leaving you to concentrate and focus, because she's absolutely dangerous. Now, can you imagine when you also have the... No. She's on her phone, and she's taking some pictures and sending messages across on the other side to say, hey, look out for number 7, look out for number 8. But let's get back to the Zambian outfit that is playing without Barbara Banda. And they're hoping and looking for that goal. And this is some of the media officers that are wondering what's happened today. I think I can ask one of them who believe they would have been 2 goals to the lead by now. I'll ask them in the halftime break. Were they expecting that Zambia would be held out by the Namibian outfit up to this point?
You know, Gloria, it's so lovely to see some of the Mutsipe Foundation teams coming to watch our women's football. It's very motivating.
It is, and I think we need to get more bums on seats. As we see, this is a tournament of high magnitude, a very important tournament on the calendar of women's football. I was hoping to see Copper Bells. I was hoping to see First Touch, my Indies, you know, all those teams that are in and around here, just to get a glimpse. This is, I mean, international stars whom we're getting an opportunity to see close up.
That's true. And I think I've seen some of my First Touch and Copper Belt players here.
That's awesome if they are, as Zambia are looking to work their way out of trouble. And it is Asteri Angula who, the minute they lost the ball, to try and allow the teammates to get back into position, hacked that ball furthest away. And again, we get to see the Namibians in terms of their defensive block pick attacking each one. If you look at them, each one's got a player. The only player that's walking freely is Mwanza, and that is on the far left-hand side. If not picked up, she'll be punishing Namibia. Forced backwards, Belemu using Hazel. As Hazel Natasha Nali, a player who's dusted her injuries, torn ACL, deprived her of a World Cup spot, mistake made, and we spoke of now this is what is missing, those pockets where you want the midfield to attack that ball, but, nonetheless given a second chance. Here is Almwendo of Namibia, walking pace. In the middle is Coleman, good take, he has an opportunity from distance. That encouraging for Namibia, could be the first shot of the match, and that falls kindly to Juliana Blow.
Yeah, looking at the...
Here's the keeper, giving chase, getting that ball away from, and there's that slip one more time. And fortunately enough, Nampala Alwendo wasn't too alert and not punished. Just to share that we do have another fixture at 3 p.m. That is South Africa and Zimbabwe, looking to find a spot in the final of the 2025 COSAFA Hollywood Bets Championship. As the game progresses, you're seeing that the belief is flowing on Namibian. Good strike! And into the hands of Matthews. Well, Michelle Shapanga, who's watching this game with great anxiety wherever she is, is one that was the happiest of them all when Namibia was given a lifeline by Mozambique. And I can share, she bought chocolates, guys. She bought chocolates for anyone who supported Mozambique. That's Michelle.
She was so happy.
Oh yes, she was happy. She wanted to see her team, and here it is. Oh, a little bit offside, and that was just a little bit of a weight that would have caused a bit of a heart failure for many Zambians. Coleman's first touch, good enough, turns the defender, that's Ntala, and she releases it to Alwendo. Here's Piri, Belemu ahead of her, on the edge of the box, first time delivery. Keeper watches the bounce right up until the end. Coleman, good ball, down she goes, free kick at Namibia. Mwanza has been taken to the cleaners by Coleman. He's been taken to the cleaners by Coleman, late in the tackle, and down goes Zanata Coleman. She plays her football in Cyprus, is Zanata Coleman, and Mwanza is the first player to get into the referee's book. And I can just imagine referee Nonhlendlela says, "Kamla, come to my office.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. What do you want, lashes or a yellow card?" She'll opt for a yellow card anytime. 40 minutes approaching, and 5 minutes in which you'd want the Namibian side to remain focused. You would want the Zambian side to exert themselves as they're looking for that elusive goal. I think there's many that are rooting for Namibia in this particular fixture. It is Katuta Ndapewa, one of the oldest players on the field, Katuta. And here's a beautiful ball there being played by Kaijavi. Should have or looked at other options. Kaijavi and Juliana Blow. Ball released very quickly by Hazel. Picking up Maluba. Maluba finds Belemu. Belemu comes to Chilenga. Chilenga looking to release Chabwe, but it is Piri. He has a moment and an offside. breaking the hearts of the Copper Queens.
Yeah, I think this is what they need to start doing now. Like play combination play, see through behind Namibian defense.
You got to compliment though the defense of Namibia. They realize they're up against very fast players, and they got to be in unison when they play that offside trap to make sure that you give them the space, you give them the room, but what is important is that trigger and they come out of position. And here you had two players that were in an offside position. Piri on the right hand side, you also had Chabwe on the left hand side. Ball in the air, kept in play by Endless Piri. Good work by Angula. Here's a moment for Zambia with Chabwe dispossessed. She climbed over the player, Angula. If you look at that moment, Lavisa defended and over the top, some hurdles. And referee doesn't like that. Chabwe jumping over the player, and seems like Katuta is complaining, or is it Katuta or Amukoto?
You know, Gloria, I'm loving this Namibian team.
Yes.
They are playing as a team. They are defending as a team. And Zambia on the other side, they look frustrated now. Also, the tempo has dropped a bit.
I think they're struggling to deal with the cohesiveness and the fighting spirit that the brave gladiators have. And they've fixed up, you know, there's some teams that as they progress in the tournament, they get better and better. And I think Namibia was just hoping for that one chance that allowed them to correct their mistakes. And here they are, displaying a good fighting spirit.
Yes, that's true. We see a team that is united from defense, midfielder, going forward. They just need that one opportunity, hey?
Yeah. They're defending. They're working in the middle. They are a team maybe at times losing shape, but be that as it may, they're closing down those gaps, those between the lines, and making sure they apply the basics very well. Here's Namibia looking to send that ball one more time forward. Mopopo gliding away, but it's hacked by Amukote Twelikonjele. And that goes out for another throw in. So here's Zambia with Piri. Chabwe, Mupopo. Strike from distance, the bounce. That will work in favor of Namibia, showing what it means to play as a team. Every time they lose the ball, they snap back into shape as one. They're compact and disciplined. When they go forward, there's always a runner. But the passing options in terms of the support, hunting in a pack this afternoon. No passengers is what the coach is telling them. And as a united group, they fight a lot better. Here's the ball out to the right-hand side. Juliana Blow did well to keep her footing, looking for the return ball. Blow is looking for Coleman. And here's an opportunity for Namibia to win that ball back. It's another long ball, looking for Coleman. Bounce of the ball is dealt with by Mwanza. And Twelikonjele Amukota says, I got to send it up. Here's Juliana Blow. Too nice, on the edge of the box. Goes out, and in actual fact, I was ahead of myself. I was saved by Mwanza. Chanda, Belemu. Gracious is the fourth official. 3 minutes of additional time on a game that has been flowing, really. Here's Endless Piri with the endless runs. And she's been given the room there. And another slip. I don't think players will be very happy with this pitch. The groundsman is in trouble. If they get a hold of him, I can assure you, there'll be some size 6 and size 4 boots flying out in disgruntlement, Mwanza. And that had to show you the spirit. We're talking about Juliana Blow, digging from deep and making sure that there's no free passage. Look at that ball, endless period. The run, nippy, skinning through Katutu under Pepper, and who's next? Kariri. Eventually whipping that ball in header that goes over the bar. Well, we are in referee's additional time, and Zambia are being put on the back foot.
One last hurdle before halftime for Namibia to keep it tight.
Yeah.
To try and make sure that they defend, they go to halftime with a 0-0. Because coming back second half, it's anyone's game.
Oh, it is anyone's game. But again, I'm sure for the people who are neutral, all right, they would look at it and say, Zambia were expected to be in the lead with the kind of players they have at their disposal. You then want to say Namibia have fought hard to deny them the opportunities. And neither side giving an inch. When Zambia step up, Namibia stuffle across as a unit to close those spaces. You know, when Namibia build, Zambia lines tighten instantly. And you can feel the tactical discipline from both sides. Defend together, attack together, and when they go forward, trying to be very committed together. Here's the Zambians on the ball and getting the free kick. It is Chilenga. So at the moment, you'll say evenly balanced contest, and two teams that understand exactly what is at stake. Minimized the mistake, and I've been very, very impressed with the Namibians. They've really minimized their mistakes, and eventually the referee who brings an end to the first 45 minutes, in which both coaches will have a lot to say during the break. And Ms. Coleman was closed down, but also when opportunities arise, Chabwe has taken the game to Namibia. Zambia and Namibia locked at 0-0 apiece. 54% ball possession expected, and you're looking at yellow cards and fouls. Well, that's how the first 45 minutes end. Do join us for the second half.
Both teams to score.
Be in the game.
Welcome back to the new Peter Makaba Stadium in Polokwane for what promises to be a furious second half in the COSAFA Women's showdown between Zambia and Namibia. If you're just joining us, you've missed a goalless first 45 minutes, but certainly not a quiet one on the pitch. Zambia and Namibia have gone toe-to-toe, tackles flying in, presses triggered together, two backlines moving as tight and disciplined units. The Copper Queens trying to turn on the screw with their pace and playing out wide. The brave Gladiators responding with sheer organization and heart. This has been one of those matches where closing the spaces and throwing bodies in front of everything. That is Namibia. Rhoda is still alongside me. Rhoda, what you made of that first 45? Well, before Rhoda just responds, just to remind one and all that South Africa kick off against Zimbabwe at 3 p.m. in the second semi-final, as the teams are looking to book their spot into the final of the 2025 championship.
Yeah, it was a tight one. Namibia came with a plan. The plan was to sit back, defend deep, and also whilst on the other side, Zambia tried to come with questions, but there were no answers. And second half, what we expect to see from the Zambian team, just to take better shooting decision, and also try to play 1-2s in the middle of the park, and also be decisive, because they are not, especially in the final third. And also full back awareness, having the likes of Belemu, Ngwanza. Also, they can still overlap, but also they must not leave big gaps.
I'm not surprised. The changes are coming in thick and fast. Mercy Chipasua is to trigger the Zambian attack. She is coming in place of Chabwe. So that is Mercy Chipasula who's come on, and we also have number 6 of Zambia that has come in. That's Rhoda Chileshe. Rhoda Chileshe. Chileshe came on for Chilenga. So that is the two changes made by coach Charles Halubono. So Chileshe will just come in. It's pretty much a like for a like, Rhoda.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Rhoda that was brought in by Zambia.
Nice one.
Yeah, because it seems like there are a lot of Rhodas that side. Maybe I'm one of
You're
them.
from Zambia.
Yeah.
You're on form today. Yes, Coleman trying to ride through and eventually gets the free kick. So Rhoda Chileshe has come on, and Rhoda, who is alongside me, is given us an indication that she may be from Zambia, as that free kick is awarded, rightfully so. Memory who also now goes into the referee's books and receives a yellow card, just stopping Namibia in their stride.
Yes, Gloria, what we expect from Namibia second half is just to maintain defensive discipline and exploit counters. When the Zambian fullbacks are high, just quickly play vertical passes to strikers. And also midfield support in transition, because as much as they are well organized in defense, they also need to know when to support.
Talking about that support, it is Zanata Coleman that's over that ball. She can go route one. She does have a lovely technique on her, and she could also just play it just behind that defense, and hoping that players like Alwindo or Cooper could give it a bit of a run. Cooper, who has been very, very slow as that ball. Well, she missed it narrowly, but the idea was good.
The idea was there. I saw that one coming. So they must keep on trying. Eventually one, hopefully one, will come.
That's all you need. Championship scoreline, 1-0. Some of the coaches will tell you who wants 3, 4, 5 when 1-0 can do the job. So here's an opportunity for Zambia with another run on the left-hand side. Good take. Ball delivered inside the box, but they do have to deal with Amukoto as she gets that ball away. Katuta Ndapewa is holding that line and giving instructions to the players around her. Zambia looking for that explosiveness from Piris, and Mercy Chipasula was come on, and it is Margaret Belemio to take the throw in off the chest. Endless Piri will wiggle away into the box and take a strike, and that just misses the intended target. Endless, good take off the chest from Ndapewa Katuta. That ball just falling very nicely for Piri, and a good strike with the left foot.
Yeah, a good strike from the left foot. I'm happy now that starting to take shot outside of the box, because that's what they need to do now.
Well, they do need to level up as the tension also goes up. It's another 45 minutes, maybe more, to decide who marches on or who goes home. You know, as you're also going to get a situation where the legs are getting tired as we look at those decisions. Efforts are going up, so does the chances of errors creeping. You know, just one loose pass, one mistake, mistimed tackle, or one moment of brilliance could finally crack this open. So if you've been with us from the first whistle, or you're turning on in the second half, the drama is there. Don't go anywhere. It's in for an unforgettable 45 minutes of knockout football. Bounce of the ball into the hands of Hazel Nali. Huge throw, good range, picked up. Wonderful stuff there by Angola. Gets the free kick as well.
It seems like the Namibian team, they've changed the tactical approach.
Lightning can't strike twice in the same place. Not at all.
That's
so
true.
you're definitely looking at a coach who did his homework and he knows what he's up against. South Africa and Zambia are pretty much known entities and known outfits of how they're going to come out. Pretty much one-dimensional, very attacking. They've got players out wide, use the same formation throughout the tournament thus far. Although at times they mix it with a 4-3-3, but today they've really had their work cut out. The Namibians are really being brave and throwing their bodies on the line at every opportunity.
And since the start of the second half, they've been winning all the second points.
That's true. So another opportunity there as Lovisa Malunga, the FC Ongos player, does well to deflect that ball. They need all Namibians to rise up and help them with their defensive game. Stretching play to the right. Look at that effort. Juliana Blow going to the right-hand side. Here's an opportunity for Zambia. It's deflected. Played with the keeper. Matthews does well. Looking for a window. Looking for Coleman. Beaten to the ball by Chitundo. There's a Coleman. Juliana Blow turning into trouble. Picked up by Mercy Chipasula. Chipasula continue to run. Ball delivered off Laviso. Good defending. Another opportunity. Mupopo coming from behind. Yes, Coleman protecting that ball very well. Memorintala pulling her back, and unfairly so, says the referee. I have to share with the people at home. Pinky next to me here is clearly supporting the Namibians, right? She's clearly supporting the Namibians. Yes, that chance that came into the box, and the ball was hacked away by Lovisa. Fantastic defending.
Fantastic defending from Namibia. And well crossed ball from the young Mercy Chipasula.
Well, she is, what, 18? And future looks bright. Here's Namibia on the edge of the box. Katuta Ndapewa. Amukoto looking to fight it from Chanda. Here's Coleman. Needs the support who's available. Picked up, and it was Cooper. Here's Cooper. Coleman, can't you take a strike? Ball played in, perhaps. And there were cries of a handball. Amukoto decides she'll take it on. Katuta goes forward. It's happening. We promised that the tension will go up. We promised that there will be errors creeping in. And Namibia believed that they were on the money. You have a look for yourself. This time, I'm not there. It's not me. I'm not there. There we go. On the edge of the box. Katuta Ndapewa picking that ball up. So Namibia applying the pressure here. Whatever the coach said to them in the break, it worked.
It's working, Gloria.
Chipasula on the ball for Zambia. Chipasula has the opportunity to bring in Mwanza. Mwanza's got space ahead of her, but look at the brave gladiators. Asteria Angula says, La, stay with me. 14 against 14.
In Chivenda, they say, Anipe too.
That's the challenge. Hardly giving much time on the ball. Here's an opportunity for Zambia. In the middle of the park is Maluba expecting the ball. Chileshe. Rhoda Chileshe. Here's Endless Piri. Belemu. Ball played back. Picked up by Malunga. Kariri. And that ball. Player pushed out of the way. Looks like Susan Banda. And this is where she can be dangerous. She had about a 35-meter strike, Susan Banda. I felt that one. On the toes, that was painful. And Susan Banda is not built of copper.
Imagine in winter.
I know. she needs maybe 2-3 minutes just to cool off. Twele Konjela Mukoto says, I'd rather give away a yellow card than to give you a clear strike at goal. I saw what you did. I saw what you did and what you can do. So let's just make sure that we give the free kick away. It's Mercy Chipasula as well as Endless Piri over this one. Piri could use a left foot just to curl it around the wall there of Juliana Blow as well as Asteria. And, here she is with the delivery. Last touch of Chitundo. That's a goal kick.
I think it needed a left foot player.
Last touch. Matthews will be only too happy to see that ball trickle over the line for a goal kick. As we confirm, the scoreline is Zambia 0, Namibia 0. So here are the top goal scorers. Deborah Henry, who's packed her bags and left. She's gone home. Irene Kumalo of Malawi also packed her bags and she's gone home. She cannot add to those 3 goals. You've got Mokotso Malwosa Lesotho. She too has gone home. Rutendo Makori is on 2 goals. She could add onto that. Nonjabuliso Mokhale of Eswatini. They actually packed their bags and they're gone. So there's only one player who can add on to their goal tally, and that is in the game that we're expecting at 3 p.m. South Africa and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Another mouth-watering game.
Another mouth-watering game. There's a lot to fight for in that particular match. There's a lot to prove in that particular match. So, of the 3 teams that are going to be contesting in the women's WAFCON, as that ball goes and flashes, saved by Hazel, only 2 remain, Zambia and South Africa. And Malawi is out, so they got enough time to go and start preparing for the WAFCON. We're still not certain where that WAFCON is going to be. I don't know, Robert, maybe they whispered in your ears. Is South Africa going to host it, or is it Morocco? We are still guessing And just to share that the WAFCON that has increased the number of teams. It used to be 12 teams. It's now been increased to 16 teams in the tournament. That would make it very easy or not very easy. It will give an opportunity to more teams to progress. And they are using the top 4 teams to qualify for the World Cup. So that is a tournament that, as South Africans, as a favorite of Zambian football and Malawi football, as we look at that offside, I would love them to get into the final 4. Then we can have a number of teams from the COSAFA region representing Africa at the World Cup. When they talk about hard work paying off, to all those involved in the drive of football in the SADC regions, big up to you. Here's Amukoto. Zambia fighting in the middle. Chanda picked up by Coleman. She goes down, supported by Agula. Here's Namibia over the top, looking for Enders Piri. Good touch by Piri. Cuts in. Yes, Piri. And looking for Mupopo. Mupopo having strayed into an offside position. Flag goes up. Switched on is our assistant referees. That is pretty clear. Here is Piri, is looking to tear down 2 players. We spoke about the Namibians playing that offside trap to great effect. It's Chanda. She's concerned. Chanda seems to be the one who took a little bit of a size, what was it, size 3, 4, 5 on the feet?
Yes.
It looked like a size 4.
Yeah, I think
Rhoda, it was a size 4, same like your size. It was a size 4.
I saw that one coming.
This match reaching the 1-hour mark. And, I mean, you can forgive the players on the field going in with everything they have just to stop Zambia. Every single one wants to beat Zambia. And that's what happens when you are a defending champion. Everyone wants to be like you. Everyone wants to work against you. It's amazing how a GNU is formed against one of the top teams. So, throw in. Well, in this particular match, if we do find ourselves tied after 90 minutes, you go straight to a penalty shootout. If it's the final, you have an extra 30 minutes and then a penalty shootout. So Zambia will be reminded of how they won the championship the last time out.
In 2024.
That was a penalty shootout. And as we have a look at some of the players that have come here to witness the play from Zambia and Namibia. Rhoda, they heard you. We said Copper Belt, first touch, my Indies, please come. And they came in their numbers.
They are here now.
They're here. Some of them are looking to spread their wings and go and play out in different parts of the country. And it's amazing what that can do for you. We've got Coleman, who plays in Cyprus. We've got Banda, who plays out in Turkey. As that ball is won by Zambia. Keeper has been asked to make sure that she collects rather comfortably.
Talking about our WAFCON, Gloria, I think it would be nice for us to have the 2 qualified team who are going to WAFCON to play the COSAFA finals, and also having one of the team winning the COSAFA. It's a motivation itself going to WAFCON.
Absolutely, it is. Look at that play from Namibia. Puff and pass, knocking it into the space, looking for the return ball. But we had Zambia, who's now just closed out Namibia a little bit. And I think for Namibia, you were spot on in saying you cannot defend for a full 90 minutes. They've got to take the opportunities, especially with this player on the ball, Zanata Coleman. And she's had her work cut out, Zanata. Maluba has been given more instructions by the coach to say close her down, don't allow her, because as the match goes on, she gets stronger and stronger and gets more confident. Here's Zanata getting a touch. Namibia.
The Namibian, they've closed all the threatening lines. Because now if you see with Zambia, they are now playing too much in the half compared to first half, where they were all over Namibia.
Well, yes, Chitundu wants to take it very quick. Pushed forward is Susan Banda. Edna's Piri looking to switch play. Plays it with Susan Banda. Banda thinking about the shot. Namibia tidies up with Kairiri. Keeper just plucks it from the air. They've had a good number of shots. So the ball comes in with some pace from the left. Zambia looking to poke holes. Banda using her strength. Out to the left. Chileshe. Battlers on, picked up by Amukota Twelikonjele. There's Alwindo for Namibia. Nobody gives her the information. And it is Endless Piri with the endless runs. Mupopo cutting through on the edge of the box. Turned and forced backwards. She has Piri to share the ball with. And Piri herself is being nibbled on. Look at that. Lavisa does well. Communication between Coleman as well as Cooper. Cooper on the ball, looking to release Coleman, was hoping that Coleman could make that run. She stood back, and that is certainly what the coach wants them to make more advances down the line. So 12 shots, of which Zambia dominating in that particular department, 9 in total, still finding it difficult to impose themselves on the goalkeeper. Ball intercepted. Apologies from Juliana Blow. Still no changes from the Namibian outfit. Belemu is showing a bit of discipline here in the second half. We're not seeing much of her go forward. Endless Piri looking to cut in. Good delivery. Mupopo on the ball. Lays it back, and Amokota says, not under my watch. Too nice for Zambia. Too nice. Taking it down the line, sharing it into space. Mupopo could have done better. Twelikonjele says, Well, here is Ms. Tina Sonke and Dr. Desiree Ellis in the crowd. They also have got to do their homework in preparation of whether they play Namibia or whether they play Zambia. But before then, I'm going to put a comma. They got to navigate their way past Zimbabwe. Right, Rhoda? Here's the ball in. Header away.
The team that hasn't conceded since the start of the tournament. And also, Kira, talking about Belemu, she's not overlapping more now, because they see when she overlaps, they are
the
vulnerable.
gaps open.
Yes,
Very vulnerable
back,
in defense. So here's Ndapewa Katuta. Ndapewa has been asked to take a couple of strides back. She obliges. There's nothing wrong with that. Throw in, strong hands. Amukoto loses out. It's really 66 minutes in the second half. 0-0. There's Alwindo looking for Coleman. Needs to release it into the middle. Picked up by Angula. There's Amukoto. Beautiful play as Juliana Blow calls for it. Ball over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Offside. That was the blue jerseys that went into an offside position. Almost half the team. Ball over the top. Have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And keeper had to come out. And there is a moment in which the coach of Zambia signs that Susan Banda has ran her socks off. And they bring in number 19, Agnes Piri. Let's not make this mistake. There's Endless Piri and Agnes Piri. So, Miss Agnes comes through. Zambia with 6 offsides and Namibia with 5. So that's how anxious they are, or excited to get up front. And I think when you look at Zambia, they normally are a team that knows how to play the offside trap very, very well. Mercy Chipasula spotting the keeper off the line. Mopopo was the intended recipient. It's Amukoto who's done well in that midfield. Coleman is all over the park, forcing Zambia to go all the way back to Hazel Nali. Lovely ball to find Maluba with space. Maluba under pressure, closed down by Alwindo. Here's a good moment from Zambia play. Mopopo giving chase. Kwatuta says, not under my watch. Goes out for a throw-in.
I think the Zambian needs to keep on recycling the ball and look for those penetrative passes. Or they need to shoot more often outside the box.
Rhoda says her money is on Zambia. And she loves how they are doing things. Well, it is the Hollywood bets. Put your bet. Rhoda's put a bet as an analyst. And she says Piri will be the goal scorer. There's Endless Piri. She's frustrated, you can see it. Her contribution to this match has been immense, taking on players. Juliana Blow left-footed in that moment. Good cutback, and away goes Kaijavi. In the next, she tried to turn and give it a 360. This time Coleman wasn't able to stop her. Endless runs by Endless Piri, sprinting down the left, sprinting down the right-hand side, and this time also trying to play the ball back, doing it all. Free kick that didn't dip quick enough, and eventually running out of steam. And here in the second half, she's been closed down and asking for divine intervention to say, what more can I do? The brave gladiators are closing me down. Give me this opportunity. Well, she needs a bit of a cooling break, and she's responded.
Yeah, the ever hardworking Miss Piri. When things are not going your way, sometimes you need to use your instincts. Take them on.
And dropping down a little bit deep so that the defenders can forget about you. Coming also, she's one player that you cannot really forget about. Amukoto, Coleman, offside. I saw it from right here where I am. Alwendo just should have held a run. And Namibia getting the ball into the right places, but just that final ball or that final run is what's letting them down. 70 minutes on the clock, 0 Zambia, 0 Namibia.
I think compared to first half, Namibia, they're doing everything right. They just need to, especially the strikers, they just need to watch their line.
Hazel, Tala, Mwanza's available, but it's picked up by Chilesha. Chilesha comes right back to Maluba, says, let's start again. It's Maluba on the ball. But look at that defending. Everyone has got a job to do. Communication with the goalkeepers on point. Matthews does well. Choose some precious seconds, and then she decides she takes the dive into the swimming pool.
Gloria, I think the long passes for Zambia, they're not going to work for them. They just need to be patient. They need to be patient, more patient. Play combination play. Look for those penetration passes or shoot outside of the box.
Let's see how Hazel drives forward. She's itching to go forward, Hazel. Playing with the Maluba. Pushing her players up. I think there's certainly been some thinking to this. Zambia are more cautious than they've been. They probably were not expecting this particular fight from the Brave Gladiators. And here's Belemu, who herself, as you point out, is not going as much as we like to go forward, but they do win a throw-in. In actual fact, it's a corner. And Agnes, it's not working out.
Not at all.
It's not working out.
Not at all.
Well, 4 players just on the bottom of your screen of Namibia warming up. And, it's been one of those days. Utuzuvira has been fantastic in that defense. Utuzuvira Kariri. Angola, when needed in the defense, she's there. When needed going forward, she's really just operated in that pocket for Namibia. There's Namibia being pulled down by Mupopo.
They've closed all the channels. Namibia.
Mupopo, who is the oldest player for Zambia at 34. And Yvonne Cooper say, "Los my clear, los my. Let's play fair." Cooper has been fantastic. She's one of the players that the coach really looks up to and is hoping that can make the difference. She is really focused a lot defensively. There's Coleman. Katuta. It's a delightful ball that is intercepted. Is looking to turn the defender. Another opportunity for Namibia. Katuta responds yet again, and a push from the back as Katuta send it back. Use of the hand, not spotted by the referee. Ball still in play. Coleman will give chase. Belemu, who had to wait for the right moment to release it, and eventually is clipping Coleman on the way. That ball finally been kicked out. And, there's a lot of cancellations, especially in the midfield. There's endless. Away. Anywhere will do. Utuzavira hacks that ball away. The NDF Mighty Gunners player. Ball delivered. And there's a handball. These are the kind of errors you don't want to give Zambia. In and around that area, they do have players who pack up a punch. So you looked at that free kick, use of the hand. 15 minutes to go.
Can we see the introduction of Millicent facility from Namibia?
Well, you can, but I would not tamper with this team at this present moment. Everybody is in unison. Everyone is on point. They're fighting for each other. And I think the coach realizes that these are a bunch of gladiators that are brave enough to compete with the big guns of Zambia. And holding them for 76 minutes is no small feat. Ball in! And the keeper, she smothers that. There's nothing that falls out of the handbag. There's no lipstick. There's no mirror. There's no eye pencil. She just makes sure that it's intact. Ball goes out. That will allow the players a moment or two to give instructions. Workaholics of note. Zambia with 3 changes and still yet to make a difference to the side. Plotting away. Ball over the top, looking for Mupopo. Away by Namibia. As far as Belemu, good first touch, good take. Looking for the return ball. Agnes goes down. Zimbabwe South Africa watching on. The throw in by Zambia. Ball delivered straight into the box, down the line, and away. This time you got to look at Cooper. Here's Zanata, who didn't check her rearview mirror. She had a play on the left-hand side. That was Alwindo. Maybe if she could have released her on the left-hand side and run into space, would have got the return ball and got Zambia in all sorts of trouble. Here's Endless Piri asking for who's available. Ball in the air, over the top. Alwindo giving chase. Alwindo giving chase. Maluba. Picked up by Mokoto. There's a buzz, there's belief from Namibia. Zambia win it back. Ball over the top in search of Belemu. Instead finds Amukoto. Header, Belemu. He's forced to go to a goalkeeper who's way off a line. It's not an easy day at the office. So we do invite you to the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. South Africa and Zimbabwe at 3 p.m. kickoff. The second semi-final is getting ready. Those are the errors that one does not want to see on the edge of the box as Agnes Piri goes down. A bit of a clipping from Ndapewa Katuta. So it's a free kick to Zambia. Amukoto Twili Konjele's last touch was that. And bringing in, that is Lorraine Josop. She plays for NDF Mighty Gunners. And, just appeared in one match and gave us 66 minutes. Amukoto Twili Konjele refreshing the team with what, 10 minutes to go? Defensive-minded player in Joseph.
10 minutes to go. They can't afford to concede, so that's why they brought in a defensive mindset player.
Ball into the box, keeper does well. Two fists, gets it furthest away. There's Endless Piri, who sends the keeper right back, and that went over the bar. She's looking to open up the scoring, but it's proving to be a difficult day at the office. It's not that easy. We spoke about the gaps closing. We spoke about the work that is being put in by the respective coaches. It ain't going to be easy at all. Frustration written all over the place, the face of Endless Piri. But here's another moment. Lavisa makes that mistake. It's Mupopo who tries to round the player, and away by Katuta. That falls as far as Chipasula. Zambia looking to rotate the ball a lot quicker. Mwanza. It's not coming together.
It's not.
Rhoda's shaking their head, looking for that combination play that they are known to play, looking for the fluidity that Zambia plays with. It's just proving to be a game that is that tight. Chess. Coleman. Chipasula. Shepherds that ball away from Coleman, and is asked by the coach to give Belemu an opportunity to go forward.
I haven't seen much of her today, especially going forward.
Well, a cautious approach by Belemu. She had a bit of a field day in the first 45. The second one was a difficult one at that. Belemu delivering that ball to Piri. Two players interchanging, but Agula does well. Agula, another attempt, and that ball goes out. It's a throw-in to the Copper Queens. I am very concerned at the team that will score. Hanavi. Hanavi comes on. Alwindo has run his socks. So Hanavi is a player that plays for Unam Bokis. Unam Bokis with 60 minutes under the belt. She's capable and able. She's going to come and stay up front. Unam, she packs a good shot with the right foot. And Zambia will have to be careful. Pretty much a rotonda kind of player. So if you give her the space, you give her the room, you give her the ball, Hazel is going to have a disappointing afternoon. But the experience of Hazel is one that can carry her over the line. As we look at Melissa Matthews, who's been fantastic in that goal mouth. She's seen a lot more of the ball when you compare the two goalkeepers. Here's Zambia, waltzing away. Chipasula, Agnes Piri on the edge of the box with the outside of the foot. Agnes disappointed, but gets a little bit of a motivation from Mupopo.
She had players supporting her on the right side. You pass to your wingers, they bring in the cross, you score.
Ball in the air. Zambia competing. Here's the ball being picked up by Agnes and eventually goes out. It's really been a tough one out there for the ladies. Temperatures have picked up. It was a little bit cooler earlier on. Coleman receives that and chases on from Cooper. Keeper Hazel not under pressure at all. Maluba, could we be seeing our first penalty shootout of the tournament? Goalkeepers are already thinking about that, but it is the last 5 minutes where, as a coach, you'd want them to focus on the 5 minutes. Let the penalty shootout be something that, here's a moment for Namibia. We spoke of Hanavi, and maybe a strike could have given her better returns. I had 4 players in an onside position, 3 players in an onside position. I've been impressed by Kaijavi, the 19-year-old. She's really come on. And Juliana Blow, the 3 changes. Amukoto has left the field. She also put in a good shift. Have a look at this ball from Mwanza. Goes over the top. And here's that moment. Maybe should have released Coleman, who was in a better position, and instead going down the middle. But be that as it may, it's 0-0. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes for either side to get the elusive pass that could set the cats amongst the pigeons. Or do we go to the lottery? That is the penalty shootout. Piri gives chase. She'll keep it in play. Looking for Belemu. She decides she'll go route 1. Endless Piri rides another challenge and another one. Delivers the ball inside the box. Headed away. Brave defending. Here's Namibia with some transitional play. It is Coleman. If played right, she could be cutting in. Who's in support? 2 players. Yes, Coleman going inside the box. That was a brilliant move. The end result, disappointing.
Cut it back. She did everything right. 1v1, take on a player, cut it back. It was a tight angle for her to go straight in.
Tried to do it all on her own. Siamfuko comes in for Margaret Belemu. Esther Siamfuko. All the heavyweights. The bomb squad has been put in by Coach Halubono. So, depending on the final result here, Namibia will say we played the best squad of Zambia. If they get over the line, Siamfuko, Agnes Piri, Mercy Chipasula, Rhoda Chileshe, Chitundu, Corner for Zambia. Corner for Zambia. Agnes, header away by Lavisa. Get a second opportunity to thread that ball back. It's 2 minutes to the 90, Rhoda. And Zambia with the ball. Chitundu forced backwards. Here's a chance for Chileshe. Had two minds. Looking for Siamfoko. She comes down and struggles to deal with this pitch that has really been maybe the winner of the day. Ball from Hanavi, picked up by Cooper. It's going to be difficult to pick your player of the match. Mwanza gives chase. There's a player out of your picture that's gone out of play. And, player of Namibia who's holding on to her ankle, gripping in pain. Looks like Kaijavi Winonjambo. Oh, my fave. Kicked that ball just under the foot of Chitundu. There's Beverly who comes on for Yvonne. So Beverly has been begged by her teammates to say, let's keep it going. Beverly, she plays for Julino Athletic Club. Beverly makes her debut. Yeah, those delightful runs from Piri. Very nimble player. Takes on defenders. Katuta was left for dead. She swapped onto the right-hand side, but that's Kaijavi, who's done fantastically well. And on the other hand, it's been a Coleman affair. That has been that moment that was disappointing. She knows she should have done better. Here's an opportunity for Coleman. Can she seal this moment? Looking for the support. It is Zanata Coleman. Namibia! Brilliant piece of play. Juliana Blow has turned the faces of Zambians blue this afternoon. They cannot believe it. They are shell-shocked. Hazel almost brought to tears. Juliana Blow on the 90th minute steals it for Namibia. What a day at the office. It was a moment in which Zambia defense was taken to the cleaners. Zanata Coleman dilly-dallying but did exceptionally well, and Juliana Blow, delight for the Namibians, the brave gladiators who were brought back from the dead.
I'm speechless.
That goal can be played over and over and over. A moment to cherish. Endless Piri looks up to the heavens, and the coach will ask the Zambians or the Namibians to defend with their lives. There's a player that goes down, and you gotta give these brave gladiators a big up.
I think, Gloria, we spoke about this halftime, that Namibia will just get that one golden opportunity. One golden opportunity, and it's game over. But it's not yet over. Let's see.
Well, still referee's optional time. 3 minutes to be added as the player goes down and is receiving treatment, but holding her head, and that is worrying. So Namibia showing what it means to play as a team. Every time they lost the ball, they got back into shape. We have a look at the heartbreaker. We have a look at the deal breaker. Zanata Coleman, part of it, takes on Maluba, delivers a delightful ball. Lacking was Juliana Blow, first touch ball, and that was the one that broke the heart of the Zambians. Here's Zanata, She needs to go forward, going the wrong way. Giving possession away is not what they want. Here's Zambia inside the box. And a keeper, she can take a dive in the swimming pool if she likes. That's Melissa Matthews. Over the years, they have dominated this fixture is Zambia. And they've made sure that they get over the line. But today, the 27th of February, is a day Namibia will remember for a very long time, irrespective of what the scoreline is. And the referee blows the whistle to give Namibia the victory that they so much deserve. It is one of those days when dedication came to the fold. They came here with their backs against the wall, written off by so many, but they left everything on the pitch this afternoon. Zambia may have the history, they may have the trophies, they may have had the expectations, but Namibia have shown the kind of fighting spirit you simply can't measure on paper. This has been a contest of heart, a contest of nerve and of will. In the end, one goal, one save that was not made, one moment that separated them. But both sets of players will walk off having given absolutely everything for the shirt. Congratulations, Namibia. This is a day to remember. 1-0 in favor of the brave gladiators.
Congratulations to Namibia. One moment, Gloria, they were ready to go home, but now they are through to the finals.
Absolutely.
Football is not fair.
Absolutely. Well, that is a football for you. As they say, there is no therefore. We congratulate Juliana Blow for being the player of the match. Tears flowing, an emotional moment. She will celebrate this for a very, very long time. So for Zambia, the crown has shifted. They are eliminated from the semi-finals. They defended with might, but it wasn't to be. The celebrations will go through the night for the brave gladiators. Zambia 0, Namibia 1. Against the possession, against the stats, they made it count. 6 goals attempts, 3 of those on target, 10 fouls, 1 yellow card, 6 offside, 44% ball possession, got Namibia over the line. Zambia were all over them, but still have nothing to show for it. Well, from myself and my analyst to join us at 3 p.m. for the match between South Africa and Zimbabwe.